Hello, everyone. This is Jeffrey at Ripecolor,
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
and we are here as the Weekly Wonderings. We are here with you every week. We read on five energies: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. This is for the week of February 7th through February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We read on five energies: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read five tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads five crystals in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Get started.
Okay. Oh, a little bit of my pyrite broke off. Mm. They do.
Um, Pyrite is the fool's gold, the one.
Yeah, fool's gold. It's grounding. It's really when pyrite. It's a form of lead, but
Mm-hmm.
it's they
Shiny.
find lots of lead around gold, so they come
Oh,
in.
interesting. Okay.
Just saying.
Body is like everything that's not working for me, I'm dropping. Like everything I'm overwhelmed with, I'm letting go. Body, mind, so that I can allow new thoughts and new ideas in and be open to messages. Body, mind, spirit. I have to release myself from these old thoughts that don't work anymore and telling myself that I can't do it. I have to release myself from that. Body, mind, spirit. I think that's the opportunity. That's what you get to drop. Body, mind, spirit, so that new opportunities, so that I can take advantage of new opportunities that come to me and that are offered and that I see. But it's like I have to get rid of stuff first. Maybe it's about thinking about past Valentines. Body, mind, spirit, grounding. And then clarity, it's like if I sit still long enough, I will receive the message. I have to stabilize my thoughts and get out of my crazy thinking so that new opportunities can come. Get calm and quiet and stabilize my thoughts so that I can receive new information. That's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's it's a straightforward kind of take care of business that week.
Oh, the
Yeah.
full moon is on the 12th. The full moon's on the 12th,
Yes,
kids.
yes, yes. We don't want to forget. I have the pyrite, the grounding is in air. Mental actions are the path to your abundance. And I also have the mind in air, which is your thoughts are all important. So how you accept things and how you allow yourself to think about them is going to be really important this week. And then we have the body, which is between water, which is and fire, which means you're going to be working with issues from your past, thinking about you're going to work out how to work with them and bring them in so that they ground you. They don't make you run away.
Mm.
And then we got spirit and go for it, which is just wonderful. Spirit is aligned with your ideas. So the ideas you're forming, your spirit is behind. That makes it much stronger. That makes these four stones really strong. And be careful what you're thinking about, because what we've got clarity in water. You have all the clarity you need. All you need to do is activate your thinking. You also are in true, which is your ideas are correct. But then the best thing is you have the clarity in the tree of life and harmony. And it says your path is blessed with wisdom. So this is if you get your head right back here, you're ready to go. If you don't get your head right, then that's what you're going to carry forward with power. So
Mm-hmm.
it's your choice.
Interesting week.
Mm, interesting week. Bye bye.
Bye. Hi, everybody. This is Jeffrey at Ripe Color,
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
and we are here as the weekly Wonder Wings. And
Yes.
we read
And we'll learn to talk one day.
I've been watching too much Elmer Fudd. Um, weekly wonderings, and we
Mm-hmm.
are here to read on five energies as we are every week. The five energies. This is for the week of February 15th through the 21st. The energies that we read on are body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read five tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads five crystals in the garden. And away
Okay.
we go. I have pre-shuffled
Ooh.
so that it doesn't make noise on camera. Okay. Okay. Body is where we left off last week, which is like, okay, I'm going to get really calm and really clear and wait for the message and receive the message and make it somehow solid and stable and useful because it's a very practical
Mm-hmm.
card. Fours are always practical. Body, and see, I have my new little cards where it's English and Spanish. Okay. Body. Mind is like, I've got a lot of creative ideas and they're coming at me really quickly. I've got a lot of creative ideas, really good, really active mind in a good, fertile way. Body, mind. Spirit says, I'm going to a new place. I'm going to a place that's more calm and more safe and more tranquil. I'm leaving the
Mm-hmm.
past behind. I'm not looking back at the past. The past is the past. I'm moving
Mm-hmm.
forward to the future into something that's more calm so that I'm able to like make a more informed decision. Body, mind, spirit. Grounding says, I am going to take the really good ideas that I have or that are out there in the world and go and use them and run with it. And all the stuff that doesn't work or hasn't worked, I'm leaving behind.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he doesn't pick up all the swords. He only picks up the sharp ones. He's only picking up the sharp ones that he can utilize. He's not going to
Mm-hmm.
take on much. Body, mind, spirit. Body, mind, spirit, grounding. And then clarity is like, I know there's a new dawn rising, and I know that the old way doesn't work anymore. There's a lot of this movement of the past is the past. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to utilize what I could use from the past, and the rest I'm just going to let die, which is
Right.
good, right? Because you have a lot of choices. Yeah, very good.
Good. Okay, I'm going to start here because this is weird. The grounding stone has ended, half of it's in present, half of it's in future. And what it means in future, in the past is right, in the present is right now, your values are being purified. What's
Mhm.
important to you is becoming more in focus. And this is that all your gifts that are coming from this are not yet recognized. So what's going on? Well, we're going back up to our body, which is in a great place, is in the root chakra. And it says connect with your security in physical forms. It's not just I'm feeling safe in my head. You're feeling physically safe where you are. And then you've got go for it, which is a great one. And when the body's in go for it, its movement is easy now. So when you're going through this, it's not you're gonna have any roadblocks thrown up to make you have to think harder. They're actually going to flow more easily.
Mhm.
And you have your spirit in true, which is your ideas are no, you're seeing everything very, very clearly, and you're also in harmony, which is your path is blessed with clarity and wisdom. So I don't know
So,
how much more you can get. You're gonna and the other message for this one is action without spirit is empty. So make sure your spirit's tied to where you're heading up and where you're going. And behind all this, where's your mind in it when all this stuff's going on? Your mind is your thoughts are all important, and that was also true last week. So it's how we're thinking, how we're presenting our thoughts, not to the outside world, but to ourselves.
mhm.
That's where it's really important. And our clarity is coming out of the earth, and it says you have many paths, and you're going to find the correct one. It's going to appear in the near future.
Really nice. Really
Mhm.
nice. A lot of movement.
Lots of interesting energy.
Mhm.
So it's
Beautiful.
being more reliant.
Enjoy.
Stones keep showing me, be more reliant on yourself and your own thoughts.
Yeah,
Don't
beautiful.
rely on other people's thinking.
Blessings.
Blessings, everyone.
Hi, everyone. It's Jeffrey from Ripecolor,
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
and we read on five energies as the weekly wanderings. This is for the week of February 22nd, which is a portal date, and it ends on February 28th, which is the new moon. So it should be a very interesting week. The five energies that we read on are body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read five tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads five crystals in the garden. Let us begin.
Okay. My stones decided to tumble out whether I liked it or not.
Wow. Okay. Wow. This is a great assortment. Body is like the opportunity is right in front of you. There's no obstacle. You know, it's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity. It's you're empowered. There's this energy of being empowered. This is the solar plexus.
Mm-hmm.
Body. This is such a beautiful, beautiful card. It's probably the best of the aces. Okay. Body. Mind is clear as clear could be. It's clear and it's radiated by by spirit. There's this energy of flow, of abundance, of fertility, of growth. Body, mind, spirit is like, and I'm going to go and work with it and take my passion and take. No, I've got a strategy and I'm
Mm-hmm.
enthusiastic. Body, mind, spirit. Grounding is, and I'll know exactly the time to act, and because like there's a little magic going on here. I know exactly when to act.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly my energy and how to use my creativity in the right way, in a measured way, in a fertile way. My spirit grounding clarity. And yeah, and I'm super clear about where
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, about where I want to go, about the vision of the future. The
Mm-hmm.
past is the past. I don't really care. And so you have two queens. You have an ace, which is a beginning. You have
Mm-hmm.
two queens, which is about patience and knowing how to like mm, act and not act in the appropriate way. They're not impulsive, you know. He's
Mm-hmm.
got a strategy, and it's really clear about the radiance of spirit that's coming down and how to utilize it. It's really a good week.
Very good. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of congestion, folks. Sorry about that. Um, this is interesting because this is the crown, and when you're going to be enlightened, and our mind, which has been shifting towards things are changing, how we see things is all important. And our mind is telling us that we need to be positioned in the situation so as the change comes, we can deal with it. And you've got
Mhm.
change in the future. And think it says thinking of this situation in the future sense. In other words, you can hurry that situation up, this new situation that's coming to you, and you're going, well, what's the new situation about? Well, that's when we go back to grounding and in restate. And grounding and restate says rethink so you're not blinded by the first smart idea. You know,
Mhm.
really do some consideration when you're thinking about where you're going, because your spirit and your body are both in earth, and spirit's transforming right now. It's not yet finished. It's dealing with a few little things left over from the past, just a teeny tiny little bit on fire. And the body is helping you learn how to live with those changes and how to feel them and bring them into the physical. And then your clarity is in go for it. And that's like move on your own intuitions now. So you're going to have a lot of intuitive thoughts. Consider them, but they're really strong. They're good, strong intuitions because your mind's been growing towards this point.
Beautiful.
Mhm. You have a good week.
Really interesting week. Blessings. Hello, everyone. This is Jeffrey from Ripecolor,
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
and we are here as the Weekly Wonderings. Happy March. We're here in March. We read on 5 energies every week. This is from the 1st of March through the 7th. The energies that we read on are body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read 5 tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads 5 crystals in the garden. And we let you know the energy of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And away we go. Shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Body is, I'm confident in the actions that I've taken. I'm confident in the seeds that I planted. And it's just a matter of time before they grow. And I have to be patient, because I've taken action. Sometimes, you make a phone call and it's like, okay, they'll get back to me when they get back to me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Body. Mind is also the intuition is really, really clear, really, really intuitive. You're being blessed, and there's this opportunity for tremendous new growth because certain lessons have been learned, and you're ready to be resurrected in a way. Body, mind, spirit. My perspective my perspective can either be out in the cold, or my perspective can be there are a lot of opportunities ahead of me. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to watch where my mind is going and where I'm going in the physical world. So I have to put myself in a position where I feel that I'm loved and comforted and wanted. If I put myself in a different position, then I'm going to get that. But my lesson has been learned. So, you know, if you see yourself going down that road of, oh, I don't belong, then, you
Mm-hmm.
have to put your mind around. Body, mind, spirit, grounding is like, because all the limitations are self-imposed. Any limitation that you think, I can't do this or I can't do that, it's self-imposed. Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
It's just get out of your own head and your own negative thinking in order to move forward, because the opportunities are right here in front of you. Body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity, and here they are.
Mm-hmm.
Here they are. This a new opportunity to heal, to receive a gift, to receive your intuition, to receive comfort and love. So it's really sometimes it's all around us, and it's like, well, it's not exactly what I wanted it to be. It's like, but look at what you do, what is, and utilize that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the little energy for the week.
What I got is this. Remember, we've been watching the mind move around. Well, not quite yet. Yeah, yet. Get it together. It's really here. This is just wonderful. It's um the mind is telling you you're open now to radiant guidance,
Mhm.
and that radiant guidance is positive thoughts that are helping you manifest what you want.
Mhm.
And you've got your clarity and go for it,
Beautiful.
which means move now on your intuitions. And you've had it there twice. And so that means you've got a lot of really good intuitions. You know where you need to head. That's where you should be going. Now, let's talk about the more grounding elements in your life. This will all happen if you speak your own truth. You can manifest this by bringing forth the truth. You boost your own self esteem through your self expression. I knew I had a way of saying this. And this is the path forward. And it's, yes, you're connected. Your grounding elements are connected to the path forward and knows exactly what to do. And you have a teeny tiny little bit of your grounding elements in earth, which is actually a good thing because more is going to be brought forward out of dealing with that situation that way. That's a really powerful point in the garden. And your spirit is still working some stuff out from the past if you let it. That's where it's saying think clearly, don't fall into old patterns, because you've got a lot of really new Spirit's transforming right now. It's not yet finished. You know what you need to do. You know the intuitions you need to move on. You may not see the results immediately, but your mind's being opened by radiant new forces, and your body's really well grounded. So you're in a perfect place to make really good decisions.
Nice, really nice. A lot of movement.
Okay.
Beautiful. Blessings.
Bless.
Hi, everyone. This is Jeffrey from Ripecolor, and
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
we are here as the Weekly Wonderings, as we are here every week. This is for the week of March 8th through the 14th. The 14th is the full moon. We read on
Yes.
5 energies: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read 5 tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads 5 crystals in the garden. Let us begin. Okay. Body is like, I have a lot of choices ahead of me. I have to follow my heart as to what it is I would like to receive, what it is I'd like to manifest. I have to follow my heart and get clear about what it is that I want. Oh, I want this, I want that, I want that. It's like prioritize, make a decision, and grab it or go for it. Body.
Mm-hmm.
Mind. Because it's full of abundance and freedom and joy and fertility, and it's really creative, and it keeps on growing and growing. Great. Empress is a great card. Body, mind, spirit. I'm really clear about the actions that I have to take in order to make this happen, in order to receive what I want, in order to be in the abundance, to be in the fertility. Really clear.
Mm-hmm.
Body, spirit, grounding, because I know what it's like if I don't, and if I beat myself up. I know what I've done wrong in the past. I'm really clear about that. And that is just not going to work anymore. So I don't really want to be in a position of anxiety. I want to be in a position of clarity of movement. And I, like, maybe I've done something in the past that didn't work. And it's like, well, there's no really use in crying over it. It's like, okay, you got really clear. Sometimes a mistake is a wonderful thing. It's like, well, I won't do that again. I'm not going to touch the hot oven. Body, mind, spirit, grounding, and then clarity, because you know how to make things grow. You know how to make things fertile. You know how to, like, water the plants. You know how to make money. You know how to be financially secure. You know how
Mm-hmm.
to manage your time. So there's this energy of like empowerment here. And, you might have a little moment. It's like, well, it's like, yeah, okay. We all make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
The mistake taught you something.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take.
And the biggest mistake you do is dwelling on a mistake you can't undo. All you can
Yeah.
do is work with it. Okay, we got great readings for this week. We've got the grounding is in the crown. And when it's there, it gives us confidence in our ability to connect all these energies that are behind us. And remember, we've been dealing a lot with our intuitions, and our intuition and comes out of kind of go for it. And movement is easy now. When we're trying to think things through, it's moving easily. It's happening quite easily. That is not in the future. I knocked it over there. Then we have our spirit and our mind are in earth. And our mind's been saying, I've got all these great ideas. Well, they're still growing. They're not quite ready to come out. Final thoughts are coming forward in this situation. And this is a stone. This is almost exactly like the spirit landed last week, which is it's still niggling over things from the past that are stopping it from moving as quickly forward as it could. And um, it's transforming and not yet finished. We need to get past this worrying about the stuff from the past, but that's kind of where you are this week. And in the present, right now, your clarity is saying you're looking at a variety of paths, and that may be part of the confusion. You're looking at 2 or 3 different ways of dealing with it, and you just need to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's there though. I mean, your earth energy is there to move you forward. Movement's really easy, so whichever direction you pick, it'll work fine.
Beautiful.
Okay, bye.
Hi, everyone. This is Jeffrey from Ripe Color.
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
We're here in the middle of the March, the 15th through the 21st. We read on five energies as we do every week as the weekly wanderings. The
Hmm.
five energies that we read on are body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read five tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads five crystals in the garden. And the Ides of March are upon us.
I know, and my oldest child just turned 50, which I find impossible to believe, but ooh, well, that's a real interesting layout of stones.
Oh, and it's the beginning of spring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized. Okay. Body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. Okay, interesting. A lot of movement. Body, you're not going to take what doesn't work. Just because something is offered, you're like, I don't know. You know what it feels like today? Because this card can go a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for something better. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm waiting for something better. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure anything. I'm going to wait for something that's really satisfying that interests me. Body, in order to transform, in order to be reborn, in order to refertilize my son. It's the first, week of spring. So it's like, what used to work might not work anymore, but it gave me information and now I can transform through it. See, I can see a new light. I can see a new light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Body, mind, spirit. And, I'm going to utilize what worked from the past and the rest I'm going to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to run with it. I'm going to take action on it. There's an energy of movement here. Body, mind, spirit. Grounding, my grounding is really solid, really solid. And I know that I have the support that I need, maybe the support from my family or friends, or like an intergenerational thing to build something that's going to last, to make
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps really bring me some gifts. Body, mind, spirit, grounding. And clarity, it's like I'm confident that my plan is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confident and I'm moving forward. I know my plan is going to work. I have the support. The transformation is here. I'm utilizing the good stuff and I'm leaving the old stuff behind. Great.
It's
That's
all
my
wonderful. Okay, look at this
backwards and
setup.
forward. Sorry.
It's all on this axis.
Oh, wow. I never look until you start because I'm so busy in my
And the mind is in two spots. It's in two great spots. It's in go for it. Your thoughts are leading the way, and true, which is positive thoughts are what are helping you manifest. Your clarity is in water, and water is what's moving out and becoming more pushing on, and it's got real movement in it and clarity. You have all the clarity you need. Follow the paths ahead of you, and that will resolve it will resolve all situations. And then, of course, you have fire. For those that don't know it, that's our in shamanistic. It's the southern instincts, and it's past lives or things in this past life. But it tends to be things we kind of need to burn up and get rid of. I mean, or move past. But for some reason, our grounding's going back to that and saying, "Oh no, oh no." Don't be too tied to false images from the past because your path forward has to do with your spirit and it's balance your energies to move ahead. And the body's in a great position in this. It's saying physical changes are coming. So all of this is heralding real change for you. Real positive change, especially this up here at the top.
I know, but I've never seen it like that.
Rarely do they fall in a line. I've had them fall like this.
Right.
And when that happens, this is going to be a very powerful week. When they
Yeah.
fall all over the place, there can be connecting figures, but or if they all land, I've thrown them, I toss them up, and they all went boom right back here.
Right, right, right.
So, but no, really, this is incredibly interesting reading. It's interesting for me because I haven't seen it before. Have
Mhm.
a good day.
Blessings. Hi, this is Jeffrey and Ripecolor and
Nancy Jean, and I'm reading stones, and Jeffrey's reading tarot,
Thank you.
just in case you get confused. And we're talking
It's
about,
the beginning of spring. I don't know what's going
I
on.
know Jeffrey's losing it in Mexico.
This,
We read body, mind, spirit, grounding and clarity, and Jeffrey will start with the cards because
well, it's for the week of March 22nd through the 28th.
yes, and it's not the moon doesn't do anything. We have no holidays. It's kind of no. If it's March 22nd,
Yeah.
that's the that's the spring equinox.
Equinox, equinox, equinox.
No, is it equinox? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
equinox. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a big one. Our solstices and equinoxes are having huge changes on the Earth's energy. So just to come to my channel, Nancy Jean's Garden, and we discuss those things. And so does Jeffrey when he reads you. So
Yeah. I always do a solstice and all those
it's
kind of.
doing it again, Jeffrey. It wants to stay in the middle.
Okay. Well, guess what? I have the real card of spring here.
Yeah.
So wands symbolize springtime. It's obvious. It's new growth,
Mm-hmm.
fertile. It's really more obvious than any of the other suits that it's springtime. So this is the page. Pages have this energy of beginning something new. They have this energy of being like sort of naive, sort of untested, but there's a certain, I don't know, like luck and enthusiasm about them. So it's like, I'm starting something new. I don't really know where to begin, but I'm going to start it. Maybe I won't do ABC, maybe I'll do ACB, but I'm ready to like get it started and I'm enthusiastic and it'll probably work. Body, mind. I see, I feel safe and comfortable, and I know that there's an opportunity for my wishes and my desires to come true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that. And this is like that energy of spring, that energy of like, because if you take an action and you're like, it probably won't work. Well, it probably won't work. But if you take an action, it's like I have all this hope and energy with like he does and like he does.
And just let it go and don't worry about it. Don't think
Yeah.
about it.
Body, mind, spirit. And I'm really listening to myself and I'm being really compassionate. And I'm being really loving. I'm
Mm-hmm.
being really loving and intuitive and compassionate. And I'm really listening to my heart. My heart is leading me and I'm allowing it to. Like this is an energy also of like self-love in this card.
Mm-hmm.
Body, mind, spirit. And I'm really solid and stable in my thoughts. And I'm very calm. There's like an energy of calm here.
Mm-hmm.
Body, mind, spirit, grounding. And then clarity is another page. And he he is like he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very loving and very kind and very sweet. And sometimes we have to, take on this energy, like this youthful sort of energy of wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's what it is. It's like this energy with both the cups and the wands of I really hope for this, and I'm really trying, and I'm coming at it and with it in this sense of wonder and hope and fertility and kindness, and it just feels good. It feels really good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
Good.
that's our first week of spring.
Well, we got another streak going for us. And this one is set off by spirit being in the root chakra, which is really important because if your spirit's behind it, everything can happen. And connections with your spirit are what's all needed in this situation. Then we get to our body, and our body's in a fun place for the body. It's in go for it, which means movement is easy. The physical changes and things we've been working on are easy, and they're flowing out to an easier place. They're flowing from the water where it's been grounded and it's helpful. And so it's really, really going to move forward. I'm going to skip this little mess. Clarity is in the earth, and you have many paths ahead of you, and your instincts are leading you to the correct one. And our mind is in the path forward, and it mind is open to all. Watch for all the right signs. Now, what's blocking you from not just having a clear path and I'm all saying everything's going forward? It's this little booger. And he landed exactly where he did last week. You're still troubling over the past instead of letting it go and understanding it's past, and it's time for you to move on. And um, it says, uh, when it's in fire, it means clarification comes from dealing with your past. And that's always the truth. You can't drag your past around behind you and expect to move forward. Everything else is moving up, we're moving out, we're going to go on to the next dimension, to go on to the next thing we need. If you don't believe in dimensions and the next thing you need to do, that's what you've got going for you. Some part of, and I think it's some part of each of us. I don't know how you feel about spring, but in the spring, I always remember all the spring flowers that grew where I grew up in the Midwest, and we had a lot of them. And I now live in the Southwest, and we cheer when a red bud blooms. I mean, it's not the same. So that's my little thing I have to give up to understand the spring. So, look at what your things are and go forward. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And by the way, I do readings other than the garden. I do garden readings. If you go to my website, Crystal Directions, you can see what we do. And quite honestly, guys, it's a time of year when a lot of people, well, they're paying their taxes and stuff, and they don't really want to look at spending money. So if you've always wanted a reading, now might be the time to come get
Yeah,
it.
change of season is always a fantastic time to get a reading. It really
Yeah,
is.
and this one has the March, this change to spring. And that is the new year for the earth.
Yeah.
And actually, I saw, I'm going to diverting people so you can turn it off if you don't want to hear about this. I was watching a documentary about people going around England. They went to this old church that was an Anglo-Saxon church. And when they were remodeling it, they found plaster walls. So they were very carefully chipping the plaster off. They found out this church was so old, it's like the second oldest church in England, that they still mark the new year on March 1st. You could tell it in the drawings that were in the church. So,
Yeah, makes sense. New birth.
so it's time. If you didn't, if last New Year's bummered you out, try this one.
Exactly.
What can hurt? Bye.
Hi, everyone. It's Jeffrey from Ripecolor,
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
and we are here as the Weekly Wonderings, as we are every week. We read on 5 energies. This is for the week of March 29th through April 4th. So that means on the 20th, well, actually on the 29th, we have a new moon, and 4/4 is a portal. So it should be an interesting week.
And if you want to know about portals, you can visit my channel. I always do a show explaining the portals for each month. So
Portals are very important.
mm-hmm.
So we read on 5 energies: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read 5 tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads 5 crystals in the garden. Wow. Okay. Body,
Mm-hmm.
a beginning, fertility, abundance, flow, energy, freedom, spiritual radiance, spiritual guidance, clarity. Great card. Body. Mind. And so all this spiritual nourishment that you're getting is going to help you establish something here in this plane in your life that's going to last, that's guided by spirit. Body, mind. And it's a new dawn. It's a new dawn. The past is done. You can't revive it. It doesn't matter. That there's a new dawn rising. Body, mind, spirit, grounding, and the opportunities are going to be presented to you. So grab them. And clarity, it's incredible. So there's an energy in this card. This is really union of body and mind. That's one of the interpretations of the card. So, this is our physical self, right? And it's being tamed, willingly tamed by the eternity of spirit. So there's this energy of like, I have all this energy, I'm a lion. If I'm a lion, right? I'm like, ah. it's like, well, I can actually use this energy really wisely and really focus so that I can build something. Because this one also is very focused. It's really nice. It's like a lot of energy coming in, but you're going to be able to like put on the right road, so to speak.
Mhm.
It's a really nice group of cards. That's it.
Well, we have, I'm going to just say it right now. Guys, let go of your old fears. Honest to God, change is coming. I know change is like sort of the last thing people ever really want to do. I was listening to a woman talk about, she was lecturing a bunch of people, and she said, she was talking about a lot of changes that needed to be made in their area. And she said, how many people are for this change? And everybody are for this growth, and everybody raised their hands. And she said, how many of you are willing to make the changes we need to do it? Nobody raised their hand.
Yeah, exactly. All left
So
room.
you got, I'm going to take it off the board. I'm sick of looking at that, that spot. And you can do that. That's what you have to mentally do. You have to put it in, go for it where it's happy. Our mind is in water because we are in such a place to make changes this this time. Um, we're going to be helped by all the grounding elements we have going for us. Our spirit is moving through the, it moves through fire, but it does it with much more grace. Um, it's 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 going to clarify and open by letting go of thoughts from the past. Now, the most important stone on this reading is if any stone lands in the heart, you have to consider that the center of the reading. It's sending you the most message. And body is in the heart, and body's also a little bit in false. But when it's in false, it means listen to your body. In other words, what's your gut level telling you? And then it has the body in the heart, which is physical form is tied to the freedom of your heart. How free is your heart? That's why I'm saying get that stone out of where I had it. And solar plexus. Body is bringing forth the power, the feeling, the intuitions, the gut level things you're feeling are what are going to help you. Now, where's your clarity? It's in air and earth, and that's a good place for it to be balancing. You make really really sure your thoughts are clear, and you have many paths ahead of you, and you will pick the correct one if you really look at them. But I think some of this stone being in here is we're avoiding looking at the way forward.
Mm.
So you've got the way forward set up here clearly, just, and I realize shedding old problems is not the easiest things to do, but it's, if you can just shed it for a time and then look and see what's ahead of you, that'll help you. Okay? Thank you.
Hi, everyone. This is Jeffrey from Ripecolor,
This is Nancy Jean in the garden.
and here we are as the weekly rumblings. We are here every week. We read on five energies. This is for the week of April 5th through the 11th, coming up on holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Five energies we read on the body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. Nancy Jean reads crystals in the garden, which she just threw, and I read tarot cards.
Yes.
Okay. Body is I've dropped the burden. I have dropped the burden of all the stuff that's unnecessary. I'm done. I gathered everything I could from it. I have dropped the burden. It is complete. Body. Mind is like, well, I have to make a decision. Do I want to feel left out in the cold, or do I want to see opportunities? What do I want? Because I always feel like five's a perspective. I know it's change, it's chaos, but it's this energy of like, well, how am I looking at this? Oh, I don't have a job anymore, but maybe this is an opportunity to open my own business. Maybe this is an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity to do other things. It's how you look at things. Body, mind,
Mm-hmm.
spirit. I'm really solid and I'm really stable and I'm really comfortable. And if I get into this calm position of stability, then from there I can, make the right choices with my head on straight.
Mm-hmm.
Body, mind, spirit, grounding so that I can make things grow in my life that are worthwhile growing. instead of maybe putting a lot of effort and energy into things that really weren't worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh, I'm worrying and I'm putting all this energy into something. It's like, well, what for? Can
Mm-hmm.
you feed yourself with it? If you can't feed yourself with it, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, then it's probably not worthwhile. Okay, body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity is like, I'm going to take my passion and my instinct and do something new and start something new and really grab hold of it and utilize this new energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on. There's a big change this week.
Yes,
That's,
there certainly is, Jeffrey. Look where it landed.
yeah, hooray. It's almost off the board.
Yeah, well, it's in the tree of life. Um, we've had, for those of you who are just tuning in today, for 4 weeks we had this stone, which is grounding, landing in a place that says, deal with your business or else. And it was like not moving on. So I'm like, is everybody's not dealing with their business? Well, all of a sudden it shows up in the tree of life, which is a wonderful place for it to be. And it's, you are now in the act of understanding the abundance that is beyond around you, beyond the physical. You are learning the true lesson of spiritual harmony. I mean, so I guess it was worth me bitching at it for, excuse me. I didn't say that, YouTube. My grabbing at it for that. And it's also got the mind is in there, and you're opening yourself up now to radiant guidance. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Okay. Spirits in water, and this couldn't be a better place for it to be. Um, it says that transmutation is completed. So all the struggling and thinking and which way do I go and blah 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 is is kind of over. You're settling into understanding. Transmutation is a big change. You know, it's not just that I'm moving on. It's really a big change. And our body is in fire, and that's okay because it says now I can go forward with the past I have and I don't worry about it. I feel fine. I've embodied that past. It's part of me. I'm okay with it. And our last stone is clarity, which is in air. And when it's in air, it means your thoughts are coming through very loud and clear. They're very clear, and they're in the present. And clarity is coming at you from all directions. In other words, all the little things you were grabbing about, they're moving in on you, and you're going to get clarity from all directions, which is why you're able to move forward and see
Beautiful.
what's going on. So it's a good reading after feeling stuck in the mud. No longer stuck in the mud. Bye.
Blessings. Hi, everyone. It's Jeffrey from Ripecolor
It's dashing over from the other part of the room, Nancy Jean in the garden.
and this is for the, we read on five energies every week. This is for the week of April 12th through the 18th. The full moon is on the 12th, and the first day of Passover is on the 12th. We read on five energies: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. This being Passover, Easter, beginning of the year, it's a good time to get a reading from either Nancy or myself, or from both of us.
That's right.
So the energies we read on body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read five tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads five crystals in the garden. And
Mm-hmm.
let's energy is for the week.
Oh, that also includes Good Friday. Good Friday will be on the 19th, which I
Yes.
never understood why we call it, Christians called it Good Friday. It's a stupid name for them. Never made any sense to me.
Here it's Semana Santa,
Ah,
Saints Week. All right. Body, mind. Interesting. Okay. So Nancy and I, but the both of us, the way we read tarot cards is really we put a lot of significance in numbers. It's the way everyone should read tarot cards, but not that I'm taking anyone's inventory.
it's not that we're
I
being
have two
picky.
fives to begin with, and fives are about change. Try
Mm-hmm.
fives are perspective. Fives are like that real middle ground. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
going forward, am I going backwards? How am I seeing this? Am I going to go back or am I going to go forward? Okay. Just that being said, body, we start with the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands has a lot of meanings. It could be the card of chaos, right? But it's also this card of, you know, there are a lot of opinions out there. There's a lot of like different passionate things. And it's like, well, how am I going to make this work? Am I going to either bring this together, or am I going to let certain things go, or am I not going to pay attention? So there's a little bit of a choice going on here.
Mhm.
It's like maybe I can combine some of these passions that I have and make them work somehow. There's this opportunity to like almost build something. Body, mind, and I don't want to fight. There's another five. I don't want to fight. I want to make a truce. I'm not interested in being in chaos. I'm interested in being in harmony and being in clarity. But you know, sometimes it comes up. It's like, nah, I'm not dealing with stuff that's not, I don't know, productive.
Mhm.
Body, mind, spirit, finally. I'm dealing what I'm attracting, and what the energy that I'm interested in being in is balanced, and it has this energy of giving and receiving. It's not a one-way
Mhm.
street.
Right.
It's this energy of giving and receiving, of being, allowing myself to receive gifts and offering myself to
Right.
others. In the physical world, actually, there's a tradition in Passover that you leave the door open for anyone who's hungry to come and eat. That's the tradition.
Mhm.
Body, mind, spirit. Grounding is like, it might be subconscious at this point, because sometimes I read this as like the subconscious because it's in the dark.
Mhm.
There's something that I definitely am finding the right people to help me to grow things that are interesting to me and them. Both of these cards are really cards of community.
Mhm.
Both of these cards are really cards of community, you know, with like-minded people. Body, mind, spirit, grounding, and then clarity, so that we can build something together as a group that's fertile, that's abundant, that's full of opportunity, that's full of wealth, that's full of security. So there's an energy of, you know, maybe like the outside world, it's like, oh, it's like, I don't want to fight. I just want to find people who are like-minded that I can
Mhm.
give and receive with, so that we can build something that's really foundational.
Right.
There we go.
We're right on the same money. This time, the grounding stone ended up all by itself in Tree of Life. And last time it had the mental stone near it, the mind stone near it that helps temper it. But when it appears in the Tree of Life, it's do not be fooled by fool's gold.
Mm,
Do not um, the deception is to not recognize abundance that's beyond the physical. So you have to realize abundance is beyond the physical money you can hold or things that you have. It's the spiritual connections you have with people that make things that make things work. And that's the true lesson of harmony, is to get along on that level. So what's happening this week is our mind went way out into the future.
yeah.
And it said, don't think of the situations you're in the future sense. Think of them as now. Deal with what's happening now.
Hmm.
Um, and then our clarity in water is there's there's going to be the one of the reasons we're having problems out here is there's several different ways to deal with this, and we need to resolve which direction we're going to head in. Once again, our body is holding it in. It's holding on to the idea that um, we can do what we need to do if we remember what we did with clarity in the past. And we have spirit coming up from the earth, and it's spirit's transforming what's going on with your values that are going. This is values out here. What's going on with your values right now? So, um, it's transforming. It's not yet finished. You may not have complete clarity on this, but that's your challenge right now, is to understand that things exist beyond what you can physically touch.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
that's this week.
Hello, everyone. This is Jeffrey at Ripecolor,
This is Nancy Jean in the Oracle Garden.
and we are here as the Weekly Wonderings. This is for the week of April 19th through the 25th. The 20th is the first day of Easter, the last day of Passover. So happy holidays if you're celebrating, and happy spring if you're not celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
We read on 5 energies: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read on 5. I read 5 tarot cards, and Nancy Jean reads 5 crystals in the garden.
Yes.
See, the energy
Let's see what they're
is
saying.
this week. I'm so excited.
Oh, got one that landed on us 6 spots.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I'm so glad you're excited about it.
God for the glasses. That's all I have to say. Because sometimes I'm in the house and I'm not wearing them, and I turn on my my
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, huh? Ooh, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay. Body, we had this card last week. This is this energy of being in community. This is this energy of I have something to give and I'm going to give it. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
has to offer me and I'm going to receive it. It's a really lovely card. Also, 6 is this card of always 6s are perseverance, and 6 has this energy of family. 6 has this energy of family. Body.
Mm-hmm.
Mind, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to see things in a new light. I'm ready to let go of the past and let it be fertilizer for the new light that's rising. I am ready to transform. It is spring after all.
Mm-hmm.
Mind. This card, you watch any of those horror movies, this card comes up and the scary music comes up. La la la. The death card is a great card. It's a
Mm-hmm.
great card. It's really this complete transformation. It's the phoenix arising from the ashes. It's a great card. So don't let the iconography fool you. Body, mind, spirit. It's like, well, I might have to rebalance myself. Maybe I came off of sometimes I understand, like, it came off the boat, right? It was like a rough one, and he's a little bit like this. It's like, okay, well, that was an experience, and now I have to rebalance myself, but I will. It might take a little time, but
Mm-hmm.
now, yeah, I like. If I have a backache, sometimes it's like, oh, I just want to lay in bed all day, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
actually, the best way to get rid of a backache for me is to take a long walk, and
Mm-hmm.
then I realign myself. It's like, oh, okay, body, mind, spirit. So there's a realignment going on. Grounding is really lovely. This is really the card of gain. This is a card of being comfortable, of appreciating all that you have and where you are. There's an energy of being very self-reliant, and it's really abundant. It's a real card of abundance. Body, mind, spirit, grounding, and to know that and to realize that. Because sometimes, we look at our lives like, well, I don't have exactly what I want. It's like you have a roof over your head, the water is running, you have friends in your life, you have a job, you have enough money to eat, you got plenty. Body, mind, spirit, grounding. And clarity is like, I'm really clear about what I have to let go of. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
clear like I know what it is, and I'm right there. It's like it's almost like you clean the house out and everything's like in garbage bags, and it's like within a couple of minutes it's going to be out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
The energy I get quite a lot.
Okay, well, like I said, I have to read all 6 because of where it landed. But our little grounding stone end up in great places and go for it. It means all is aligned with your values right now. And true is you're seeing things very clearly.
Mm.
So our body's grounding our thoughts. They're not letting them fly too far off the handle, but they're in control. Our um, clarity is emerging from the ground. And it says there's many paths ahead of you, and you need to take some consideration in this. And this would tell you there's many paths ahead of you because all these are different places. And your spirit is still transforming, it's still trying to make its idea on exactly where it wants to go. So now where are we with the mind? It's in restate, it's in fire, it's in earth, it's in false, it's in heart, and it's in solar plexus. So we're going to start with restate. which is think about how you want to view this situation. And in fire, it is do not become too tied to false accusations or false things that are flying around it. In earth, it says final thoughts are coming to you right now. False means that you can cast off what's misleading you easily because you got all this other element going on. And then in the outer part, in your chakras, it's touching your heart, which is the mind is being opened by the heart. And it's also power through connecting with your mental forces. So yeah, you've got everything you need. You may, this is really it sounds like a lot of work, but that's really powerhouse. All that's happening at once. And the most important one is that you're listening to your heart. The mind and the heart are balancing out.
Yeah, don't underestimate the transformation of the death.
No.
It's very profound. It feels like as we put the whole thing together, my reading, your reading, there's this real energy of a healing, of a clearing that has the opportunity to come and just really let go of some stuff that's really old.
Yep. It's time to let it go and move on. It's clean sweep for spring. Bye.
Bye. Hi, everyone. It's Jeffrey from Ripecolor. And
this is Nancy Jean in the garden.
And here we are as the Weekly Wonderings, as we are every week. This is for the last week of April, the very beginning of May. So this is from April 26th through May 2nd. The new moon is on the 27th. We read on 5 energies: body, mind, spirit, grounding, and clarity. I read 5 tarot cards. Nancy Jean reads 5 crystals in the garden. Let us see what the energy of the week is.
You missed the most important thing of that week, Jeffrey.
What? Oh. And it's someone's birthday on the 2nd.
Yes,
Whose
it is.
birthday could it be?
What birthday could it be? 76.
No, I said whose birthday? I didn't.
No,
know.
it's not you. You're not 76.
Dyslexic and you become 67.
No, I'm proud of every year I've made it. Are you kidding? You want to debate history with me? I was there when they signed that declaration.
Okay.
That's an interesting layout.
Yeah, it's an interesting little group of cards. All right. So if you watch us weekly, which we want you to, body is this energy of bringing oneself into balance with oneself and society. Body. Spirit is like, I know what it is that I have to give up and see. I know what it is, and I'm willing to give it up. I'm willing to give it up and see things through the light of my crown, through the light of spirit. I'm willing, because it just doesn't work for me anymore. Sometimes it's like maybe you have a habit or something. You've been doing it for a long time. You know it's not good for you. And then one day it's like, I just don't want to do it anymore. Like maybe you're eating something that you know is bad for you and you continue to eat it. And then all of a sudden it just doesn't taste good anymore. It's like, I don't want this anymore. It just sort of, this is the way I'm feeling. Like it just sort of slips away. That's what it is. Body, mind, spirit, and know and feel in your heart how loved and supported and guided you are. This is the card of being beloved. This is the card of being beloved. And it's my second 6. So there's this energy of real movement here. And if it's through the actions that you've persevered through that, you're going to be able to let go of stuff and receive the support that is all around you. Body, mind, spirit, grounding that is here to heal you, and to nourish you, and to be, it's this energy of like, it's almost like receiving a gift. It feels like a spiritual gift is coming toward you because you've given up what doesn't work anymore. You've asked community to be with you. It feels really good. Body, mind, spirit, grounding. And then clarity is like, because you're following your intuitions, you're following your dreams, you're following this new path that maybe is more spiritually enlightened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's nice. It feels nice.
Yeah, what I see is the grounding stone has ended up in the future, and it said all the gifts that are happening around you right now are not yet recognized. So
Mm-hmm.
just be patient. They're
Mm-hmm.
coming. And then I see that our spirits still, there's still parts of our spiritual state that are transforming and moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
In our mind, we have our mind, which is the Yellowstone, um, and clarity, and your thoughts, your thinking right now is all important to where you're going to go, as is your clarity. Your thoughts need to be kind of clear. That's where you're going to be going. It's not a big week, but it's a week to be quiet and listen to your insides,
Mm-hmm.
because your body will ground you and help you with the elements you need to hold on to the earth, to be grounded by being in water. But
Mm-hmm.
by being in fire, you're you're it's helping you attach to the parts of your past that are worth carrying on with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very peaceful week. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very, decisions are happening around you that you may not even be aware of, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't telling you you've got to go out and do this or you're out of balance there.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
this one
saying,
stands still.
right, stand still. This couldn't be more of a standstill
Yeah.
layout in my garden, but it's because your mind and your body and everything are getting ready for you to accept what you need, what you have coming in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Have a good day.